Good morning, America. Storm danger. What's left of Hurricane Erin churning up rough surf. Advisory stretching all along the East Coast. Rip current risks from Florida to Maine. Swimmers told stay away. As the West bakes under extreme heat, 50 million Americans facing triple-digit temperatures. The high heat helping to fuel this wildfire in California's wine country.
Highway horror. A tour bus heading from Niagara Falls to New York City loses control and overturns.
I need heavy rescue with airbags like yesterday.
At least 5 people killed, dozens injured. Rescuers working to free those trapped inside. The investigation this morning.
Parole denied. Lyle Menendez learning his fate a day after his younger brother lost his own bid for release. The board's reasons to keep him behind bars for murdering his parents 36 years ago.
Chilling new video. Newly released body camera footage from the Idaho college killings showing police going through the murder scene.
And then I opened the door for a second and I saw this guy.
The interviews with terrified housemates.
Breaking overnight panic at a Kentucky high school football game.
They said we got shots fired. People are running like crazy.
Gunshots sent players and spectators scrambling.
National Cheap Flight Day. Yes, it's a thing, and it's today. How to book, fly, and save. Plus the last-minute deals for Labor Day.
And giant jackpot. The Powerball prize soaring for tonight's big drawing. Do you have your ticket?
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Saturday. Good morning, America.
I just checked $700 million for that jackpot.
I would take it.
$316 in cash.
Not too bad.
Flip it with you guys.
We should all go in, get some tickets after the show.
Absolutely. Good morning, America. It is good to see you, and it is good to have Mary Bruce and Rhiannon Alley here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of news to cover here on many fronts, including the parole board making its decision about Lyle Menendez and his bid for freedom, his family issuing a statement overnight.
Yeah, and the NTSB is ready to start its investigation into that deadly bus crash. At least 5 people were killed when the bus rolled over at a high speed on Interstate 90 after a visit to Niagara Falls.
Also, the massive blast at a Louisiana oil services company, sending that thick black smoke hundreds of feet into the air and forcing evacuations in the area.
Just unbelievable video there, but we do begin here with Erin. The storm not out of our hair just yet. The East Coast feeling its impacts with warnings to swimmers on one of the last weekends of the summer season. Meteorologist Leslie Lopez right here from our ABC station in Los Angeles, joining us here in New York this morning, and she's been tracking the storm. Leslie, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Gio, and everybody else. We're talking about the storm still. So here's what's happening. Right now, it's still a post-tropical cyclone, but we have impacts. This is over in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. You can see the Coast Guard is braving some really big waves, 4 to 10 footers there. And then Bethany Beach, Delaware, coastal flooding still continues to be a concern. And that continues through the coastline up and down of the East Coast. So we're talking about that post-tropical cyclone moving away from the coastline, but we still have coastal flood alerts. 1 to 2 feet of inundation still possible anywhere from the Carolinas all the way up towards Long Island. We have high surf advisories, but not only that, kids, this is the last weekend for a lot of them before they head back to school. Still, rip currents are going to be a concern while some beaches are open today. All right, we'll send it back over your way, Mary.
Leslie, thank you. And now to our other top story, a tour bus disaster in New York. At least 5 people killed, many others injured when that bus rolled over at a high speed on Interstate 90 after a visit to Niagara Falls. ABC's Morgan Norwood joins us with the latest. Hey, Morgan, good morning.
Good morning to you, Mary. Just hours after taking in the beauty of Niagara Falls, that tour bus full of tourists crashing in a deadly rollover on their way back. Police say that driver was distracted, and this morning, federal investigators were on the ground asking how this could have happened.
This morning, horror on a New York highway. A tour bus rolling over outside Buffalo, leaving at least 5 dead with dozens more hurt, including children.
Tragically, multiple people were ejected from the bus, with 5 people deceased at the scene.
Authorities say the tour bus left from New York City with 54 people on board and was on its way back from Niagara Falls when it spun out of control at full speed outside Buffalo.
It's believed the operator became distracted, lost control, overcorrected, and ended up on the right shoulder there.
First responders desperately working to free survivors, many trapped under the bus. Authorities scrambling extra buses to move the injured. 4 medical choppers flying in to rush the most critical patients to hospitals.
I need all 4 all 4 Mercy flight helicopters. We're going to land them side by side on the median.
Copy. All 4 are en route to the scene.
Doctors in Buffalo describing the toll.
This is probably the most trauma patients we've had from one incident in my career here in Buffalo.
The NTSB announcing overnight they're sending a GO team to conduct a safety investigation into the crash.
And so far, no charges have been filed, but authorities say that bus was carrying passengers from China, India, also the Philippines, along with travelers here in the U.S. They have not said how that driver was distracted, but of course they're looking into it this morning.
Just really tragic, Morgan. Thank you so much. Overnight, breaking news in the Menendez case. The brothers Eric and Lyle, who killed their parents in 1989. Lyle Menendez learning that he too was denied parole. And ABC's Alex Stone joins us now from San Diego. That is where both brothers are being held. Hey, Alex, good morning.
Rhiannon, good morning. Yeah, the Menendez brothers remain in prison behind me. At this point, they're going to stay in prison for quite a while, it looks like. After 2 very long days of hearings, parole was denied.
Overnight, California's parole board issuing a bruising blow to Lyle Menendez's attempt to gain his freedom. One day after his brother Eric was denied, Lyle told he too is not being granted parole for the brutal murders of their parents 36 years ago in their Beverly Hills home. In a marathon session via video link, board members peppered Lyle about the murders and his time in prison. Prosecutors say Lyle, now 57 years old, has a history of lying, beginning with his call to 911 after the murders, claiming a stranger had killed his parents.
What's the problem? Someone killed my parents. Pardon me? Someone killed my
On Friday, telling the parole board about years of alleged abuse by his father. Lyle Menendez saying, quote, "The physical abuse was focused on me because I was more important to him, I felt." He said his father expected greatness and that he worried he was going to be less loved when his father's abuse moved to his brother Eric. And for the first time, we're hearing the audio of Eric Menendez at his parole hearing.
The loyalty in my family was secrecy. Loyalty was keep the family secret.
The board noting the brutality of the murders of their parents in 1989, plus Eric's misconduct and criminal behavior in prison.
You have violence, you have manipulation, you have misuse of things, you have criminal acts, you have substance abuse. Fair enough?
Absolutely true.
Also of issue for the parole board commissioners, the brothers' repeated use of illegal cell phones while in prison.
You have not been a model prisoner, and the fact that some of them think you have is a little disturbing.
After the ruling, the Menendez family releasing a statement overnight, writing in part, "While we are of course disappointed, we are not discouraged."
This is a marathon, not a sprint. And so while I'm not surprised that this part of that marathon might have had a setback, I think the brothers, to some degree, understood there would be a very long, hard-fought battle, and it's just going to continue.
Now, guys, at this point, they can appeal. They're also trying for a whole new trial before they can appeal again in 3 years. For now, they remain here. Gio.
Yeah, a case that never seems to end. All right, Alex, thank you so much. And this morning, we are hearing from Jeffrey Epstein's former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, the only person convicted in connection to his case. The Justice Department releasing audio and transcripts from her interview with the top official. And ABC News investigative reporter Olivia Rubin is right here now with the latest on that. Good morning, Olivia.
Good morning, Gio. This was an extraordinary new look into a highly unusual meeting that occurred last month. Ghislaine Maxwell spending 2 days with the Department of Justice, despite the fact that they've previously said that her word cannot be trusted.
This morning, new recordings revealing exactly what Jeffrey Epstein's longtime associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, told the Justice Department behind closed doors about President Trump.
I never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting in any way. The president was never inappropriate with anybody. In the times that I was with him, he was a gentleman in all respects.
Maxwell also shooting down a conspiracy theory pushed by some of Trump's own appointees that Epstein kept a so-called client list.
There's no list. There's never been a list.
And you never heard Mr. Epstein talk about such a list?
Never.
Those comments made during a 2-day meeting in Florida last month with the number 2 at the Justice Department, Todd Blanche, formerly Trump's personal attorney. The department now releasing that recording in full. Blanche questioning Maxwell as the Trump administration faced public outcry over its failure to release more information on the Epstein case. The New York Times reporting the decision came after Trump was informed his name was in those files. Trump now saying he wants it all out there, denying any wrongdoing. The appearance of a name in the Epstein files is not evidence of illicit activity.
I'm in support of keeping it totally open.
During her interview, Maxwell also shooting down claims about another politician, former President Bill Clinton. Despite allegations, including by Trump, she said Clinton never visited Epstein's now infamous private island in the Caribbean.
You're not aware of President Clinton ever going to the island?
He absolutely never went, and I can be sure of that.
But long before this meeting, the Department of Justice previously warned that Maxwell, now serving a 20-year prison sentence for sex trafficking, was not to be trusted. In 2022, they told a judge that Maxwell, quote, has lied repeatedly about her crimes. Now, years after her conviction, Maxwell continuing to deny she trafficked minors, exactly what she was convicted of.
I did introduce him to women. I did, but not underage women.
Now, it's not clear exactly what the Justice Department intends to do with this new information. Maxwell, for her part, has said she would welcome any relief to her sentence, such as a pardon. And President Trump notably has not ruled that out, saying only that he would have the authority to do so.
Yeah, still a lot of questions about where this goes from here and if we ever see those full files. Olivia, thank you. Now, the man who was wrongly deported to a mega prison in El Salvador has been released from custody. Kilmar Abrego Garcia was returned back to the U.S. He's now back home with his family in Maryland following a judge's order. Now he awaits trial on human smuggling charges, which he denies. The Trump administration saying they will continue fighting to remove him from the country.
Now to the 2,000 National Guard troops on Washington, D.C. streets, now authorized to carry military-issue handguns. The task force in charge of the operation says the troops will carry their pistols for personal protection, but will also be able to carry out law enforcement duties. 6 states have now sent Guard troops to D.C. under President Trump's anti-crime initiative in a city where violent crime has been declining for years. The president says the city of Chicago could be next for his anti-crime push.
Okay, Rhiannon, now to the new details we're learning about the FBI searches of the home and office of former National Security Advisor John Bolton. ABC's Catherine Folders is in Washington following this. Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning, Gio. This latest extraordinary move by the Department of Justice is raising questions over whether it's driven by President Trump's increasing pressure on his DOJ to target his political foes.
This morning, new details of those extraordinary searches of former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton's home and office. Sources telling ABC News the FBI is in the process of reviewing documents and devices seized during the search to determine whether Bolton unlawfully possessed or shared classified information. The hours-long search was approved by 2 separate federal judges in Maryland and Washington, D.C. FBI agents arriving at Bolton's home shortly after 7 a.m. Friday, then his office in Washington, D.C. roughly an hour later. The agents seen by our cameras leaving with multiple boxes. Bolton, who spent the day at his D.C. office, was seen arriving back home just minutes after FBI agents carried boxes full of items out of his house, and while at least 4 agents were still inside.
What were they looking for?
Bolton has long been a critic of Trump after his departure from the White House, and Trump has repeatedly called for Bolton to be jailed.
I'm not a fan of John Bolton. I thought he was a sleazebag, actually. And he's suffers major Trump derangement syndrome, but so do a lot of people, and they're not being affected by anything we do. I don't know anything about it.
In 2020, Trump's Justice Department sought to block Bolton from publishing a memoir, The Room Where It Happened, which included detailed criticism of Trump's handling of foreign policy matters. Trump accused Bolton of putting classified information in the book. Bolton is now the latest in a string of public officials targeted by the administration. Trump has vowed to go after those he perceives to be his political enemies. Earlier this month, ABC's Jonathan Karl asked Bolton if he's concerned Trump will go after him.
Are you worried that they're going to come after you in some way? I mean, he's hinted at it before.
Well, I think he's already come after me and several others in withdrawing the protection that we had for from the Iranians for the attack on Qasem Soleimani. So I think, and I said in the new foreword to the paperback edition of my book, I think it is a retribution presidency.
I'm told by multiple sources that the FBI will now pour through all those documents and devices they seized to determine what classified information Bolton may have possessed and whether it was harmful to national security. But just because Bolton's home and office were searched doesn't mean he committed a crime. We still have not heard from Bolton following yesterday's search. Mary?
And those questions about whether this is retribution still lingering. Catherine, thanks. Overseas now, as an international organization says famine now exists in Gaza City and is likely to spread. Israel's government denying this. ABC's Lama Hassan joins us now with the latest. Lama, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Mary. Well, for months, aid agencies had been sounding the alarm about the rising rate of starvation in the Gaza Strip and the little aid that has been trickling in. And on Friday, for the first time ever, a UN-backed group saying a famine is now gripping Gaza City. The Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, or IPC, raising its classification to Phase 5. That's the highest and most severe. The 59-page report finding that more than 500,000 people across the Gaza Strip are facing catastrophic conditions of starvation, destitution and death, adding that 132,000 children under the age of 5 are at risk of death from acute malnutrition. Israel quickly responding to the report, firmly rejecting the claim of famine, saying it is biased and based on Hamas sources, denying there is any starvation in the Strip. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu dismissing the report as an outright lie, insisting there is no starvation. The report released as Israel is preparing to intensify its military operation in Gaza City, as well as a military occupation, which the Israeli government says is crucial to root out Hamas. Truce talks between Israel and Hamas to release the remaining 50 hostages and secure a ceasefire are still ongoing. But the IPC report says the fear is without any intervention, the famine will rapidly spread to other cities, including Deir al-Balah in the center of Gaza and Khan Yunis in the south. Rhiannon.
Really hard to see some of those images. Lama Hassan, thank you for that. Back here at home, Fed Chair Jerome Powell almost saying the words that President Trump has been waiting to hear. And the news sent Wall Street soaring. ABC's Jay O'Brien joins us now from Washington. And Jay, this meeting in Wyoming was really closely watched. So what did the chairman have to say?
Yeah, Rhiannon, this was Powell's strongest signal yet that the Fed is preparing to start cutting interest rates as soon as next month. The chairman adding that they're going to keep an eye on upcoming inflations and jobs numbers before making that final call. But the central bank last cut interest rates months ago in December, and it's held them steady since then to fight inflation, despite a relentless pressure campaign from President Trump for a rate cut, personally attacking Powell, even making a rare in-person presidential visit to the Fed this summer. Powell yesterday seeming to acknowledge Trump and the others who have been pushing him, saying that any decision will be based solely on Fed officials and their assessment of economic data. Rhiannon.
So, Jay, if the Fed does cut those interest rates next month, what does this mean for American consumers?
It would have a direct impact on borrowing costs for millions of Americans. Interest rates you pay on many car loans to credit cards are pegged to the Fed. Mortgage rates are calculated a little differently, and they recently hit a near 10-month low. And remember, cutting interest rates also affects the stock market. The Dow, which impacts your 401ks, surging yesterday more than 800 points after Powell's speech merely hinted at a possible rate cut. But one more thing the Fed plans to keep an eye on, and you should too, tariffs. Most economists remain concerned that Trump's tariffs will ultimately worsen inflation and lead to higher prices for Americans. Powell saying yesterday that those effects may be, quote, relatively short-lived, and that the president's trade war may only lead to a one-time shift in prices, meaning that they would rise, but might not continue going higher and higher. Gio.
All right, so many people watching that. Jay O'Brien, thank you so much.
All eyes today will be on Williamsport, Pennsylvania later. Connecticut is taking on Nevada for the chance to play in the Little League World Series Championship game. Today will be a rematch. Connecticut beat Nevada on Wednesday. The winner of today's match will take on the international champions, either Chinese Taipei or Aruba. Of course, you can catch all of the action starting with the international final at 12:30 on ABC and ESPN. I love the Little League World
I do too. And you know, speaking of Chinese Taipei, a 12-year-old from that team threw an 82-mile-per-hour fastball.
Wow.
That is incredible for a 12-year-old.
Oh.
Yes.
Sign that kid up.
By the way, I know politics can be sport, but you did pretty well with that. That was great. Thank you so much. All right, coming up here on Good Morning America, the latest on evacuations following a massive explosion in Louisiana. Just look at that.
And speaking of sports, college football countdown is on, the start of the season, and a preview from ESPN's Pete Thamel.
And in our second hour, the fast food chain that is trying out drone delivery. Do you want to see this at your house? We'll tell you.
Strike it. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Not that hard, genius!
You told me to strike it. You didn't say how hard.
I invite you to my lab, and you just kick things around.
Well, maybe you should make it a little
Welcome back to
stronger.
GMA. That is a look at the late Chadwick Boseman making his mark on the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Black Panther. His impact from the silver screen and even beyond that are the subject of a new documentary. We have those details coming up in Pop News. Such an icon.
Yeah, the mark he left in such a short career, really. Just amazing, incredible. All right, let's take a look at some of the other big stories we're following here on this Saturday morning. Evacuation orders remain in place after a fiery explosion at a plant in Louisiana. The blast sent massive flames and thick plumes of smoke shooting into the air on Friday at an oil and lubricant facility in Roseland. There are no injuries, thank goodness, and air quality conditions are under close watch right now. Investigators continue to search for what touched off that blast.
And Republican lawmakers in Texas have cleared a key hurdle in the redistricting race. State senators approved a redrawn congressional map in an 18-11 vote overnight. That vote advances a plan that would likely give Republicans 5 additional seats in Congress in next year's midterm elections. And Governor Abbott has said he would sign the measure into law as soon as it reaches his desk.
There is an active search right now for a suspect who police say opened fire outside a high school football game, sending the crowd and players into a panic. The chaotic scene unfolded in Mayfield, Kentucky Friday night when a shot was fired in a nearby parking lot. Players even cleared the field and spectators rushed from the stands. Police say one person was injured.
And a fortune is up for grabs in tonight's Powerball drawing. The jackpot now a staggering $700 million. That breaks down to a $316 million lump sum if the lucky winner picks the cash option. The prize is the 11th largest Powerball jackpot. Your odds of winning, 1 in 292 million.
You're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
It's not zero. It's not zero. All right, we are going to start this half hour here with a chilling new video released in the Brian Kohberger case and the quadruple murder of 4 Idaho college students. Police uncovering the crime scene and roommates describing what they saw and what they heard. ABC's Melissa Adon has the details. Good morning, Melissa. And this really is chilling.
Gio, good morning. It absolutely is so chilling. In this partially redacted video obtained by ABC News, it shows the first moments when Moscow police responded to the quadruple murders near the University of Idaho, including one of the surviving roommates' account of coming face to face with the murderer.
This morning, ABC News obtaining newly released body camera video from the King Road home in Moscow, Idaho, where 4 University of Idaho students were murdered in November 2022.
Where's she at? Yep, where's she at?
Video shows Moscow police going room to room, first finding Xana Kernodle and Ethan Chapin.
Slow down. Just come here. There's 2.
Guns drawn, searching the 3rd floor, discovering Madison Mogan and Kaylee Gonzalez.
And your room is this one right here.
Outside the home, one of 2 surviving roommates, Dylan Mortensen, recounting the moments she heard one of her roommates scream.
I heard her scream, and she ran upstairs because she saw someone. And then I heard someone in the bathroom, and I heard her crying, and I heard some guy say that you're going to be okay, I'm going to help you. And I kept calling her name, but she wasn't answering. And then I opened the door for a second, and I saw this guy.
Coming face to face with the masked intruder.
I'm almost positive he was wearing a full black outfit, and he had this mask that was just over his forehead and over his mouth.
Mortensen stunned.
He looked at me, but he didn't come towards me or say anything, which was really confusing to me. I don't understand that, and I'm pretty sure he went out the side door.
Students, including siblings of the victims, gathering outside of the home as word spread through the close-knit town. The convicted killer, Brian Kohberger, is currently serving life in prison after he pleaded guilty to all counts, including 4 first-degree murder charges.
Now, Kohberger accepted a plea deal just 2 weeks before his trial was set to start. And as part of that plea deal, the death penalty was taken off the table. Mary?
That video really hard to watch. Melissa, thank you. The informal holiday known as National Cheap Flight Day. That sounds pretty good to me. It could be your chance to snag a deal as the summer travel season now winds down. So let's formalize this. Going's Katie Nastro is here with all things travel. Welcome back, Katie. Thanks so much for joining us. We want to hear about this day and what it means and all these cheap deals. But before we get to that, there have been a lot of updates recently to TSA and the airline. So can you break it down for us, especially with these new carry-on rules? What are the changes?
Yeah, so look, if you are traveling with any portable chargers or maybe cordless hairstyling tools, I mean, some of us like to look good when we're on vacation, we just want you to be aware that TSA has now banned them from checked luggage. You need to keep them in your carry-on or in your personal item. And a lot of us, if we are traveling with these portable chargers, you're going to have them on your person anyway. So just be aware of that, as well as for security measures. TSA has announced or piloting some new technology that's making it a little bit easier, a little bit faster to get through security, which music to our traveling ears, right? So if you are a Clear Plus member, you're able to pilot one of their e-gates. If you've ever traveled abroad, it's this electronic gate that you pass through, and it uses biometrics to verify against your identification card on file, as well as TSA PreCheck touchless ID, now available in 15 airports across 4 different airlines. And this is actually a dedicated line next to the TSA PreCheck line that you're able to go through, and it is a facial scan, again, going against your identification card on file. And I did this recently in DCA, and I have to say, I moonwalked backwards because it was so quick, so efficient, and I was like, did I even do it? It really is making the process super streamlined, and you can opt out of any of these programs, so it's not, you can opt for just the regular traditional verification with an agent.
Streamlined and super high tech.
You were just hoping no one tackled you on your way there.
Right. Well, I was the only person in the line. A lot of people aren't aware about this, so it's definitely something to utilize if you are in an airport that and traveling with an airline that does accept this.
Yeah, so really important advice there. Labor Day weekend. It's just about a week away. So many travelers. What should travelers know?
Yeah, so this is a great period of time to take advantage of affordability in travel. If you didn't travel a lot over the summer, now is the time to take advantage of a quick little getaway to bookend the summer. We're seeing affordability in terms of average price of airfare. Domestic travel is down 7% according to Going Data. We've got hotel rates down 11% according to AAA. We've got car rentals also down 3%, and gas prices are also down. So affordability nationwide, which is great, as well as we want people to, if you haven't booked anything, try to target that Saturday to the Tuesday. You're going to see better prices and fewer travelers. So that's our best advice.
There is no one's Instagram I'm more jealous of than Katie's. She travels to the best spots.
I get too many cheap flight deals. I don't know.
Well, I know. So you got to hook us up. It's National Cheap Flight Day. We mentioned that. So tell us, what deal should we be jumping on right now, but beyond the Labor Day ones?
Yeah, so this is actually a great day and just time period really to start thinking ahead for the next big travel moment. So you want to say Thanksgiving or even winter holidays, or maybe you have your eyes on a big international getaway for 2026. Some deals that you can take advantage of right now on the Going app. Go from Chicago to Vancouver. Get this, cheapest ever, $134 round trip. Wow. Round trip. That's 77% off typical prices. Wild. Or maybe you want to do something a little bit different, avoid the relatives for Thanksgiving. You can head from Nashville down to Puerto Rico, live out your Bad Bunny fantasies for only $235 round trip. Or you can head to Tokyo from Las Vegas for $583 round trip. This is our most searched destination according to Going, which is, it's been a popular one. There's affordability now with the currency rate, so definitely check that out. Or spend the holidays in London, $505 round trip from New York. Wow.
Those are amazing options. And people don't realize flying over the holidays, that is actually a great time to fly. All right, Katie Nastro, as always, thank you so much.
With the long-awaited start to the college football season, forget pumpkin spice, it's college football. We have college football senior writer for ESPN, Pete Thamel, joining us from Bristol, Connecticut, with a look at today's action. As you can tell, Pete, we are so excited. But I want to ask, let's talk. A team or a player, who should we be keeping our eye on? Maybe someone who's flying under the radar who could surprise us all this season.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. It's like Christmas morning here in Bristol. We're so fired up for the start of week 0. We can't wait. I think if there's one player for the casual college football fan to watch this season, it's going to be Texas's Arch Manning. He is from the famous Manning family. His uncle Peyton won a Super Bowl for the Colts. His uncle Eli won 2 Super Bowls for the Giants. His father, Cooper, was a very good college receiver before he got cut off injuries. We all remember his grandfather, too, Archie Manning. He was a legend at Ole Miss. Arch Manning is one of the most anticipated players in the 22 years that I've covered national college football. He is now in his 3rd season at Texas, but just his 1st season as a starter. He's waited his turn behind Quinn Ewers, and the anticipation for his first road start for the #1 Longhorns at #3 Ohio State is a fever pitch for next weekend. It's going to be one of the biggest regular season college football games of the generation, and people can't wait to see if Arch Manning lives up to the hype.
Okay, Pete, and with early projections ranking teams like Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Oregon, Michigan at the top, is the college football playoff becoming sort of predictable, or are there any dark horses here?
So, Gio, I feel like we've exited the era of predictability. It was Alabama and Georgia for about a decade who really dominated the top of the sport. And there's been some dynamics that have really changed college football in recent years. The transfer portal and name, image, and likeness incentives have really spread the talent out. Think about it. Last year, the first year of the 12-team college football playoff, we had Indiana, SMU, and obviously Arizona State all made the CFP. If you had told me those three teams at this time last year would be playing in the postseason, I would have thought you were crazy. So I really think that the 12-team playoff combined with the new dynamics of the sport have really opened things up for college football for surprise teams to emerge out of nowhere. And I think we'll get a few more of those this year. I can't wait to see who it is.
Us too. All right, so Pete, let's talk about today's Big 12 matchup on ESPN. We're between Kansas State and Iowa State in Ireland. What can we expect?
Well, this is like a great quintessential college football matchup. They call it Farmageddon, and in Dublin today they're calling it Farmageddon because O'Giddon with a little Irish lilt there. I'll get made fun of for that. This game has been played consecutively since 1917, and the stakes really have never been higher than today. You have both teams in the top 25, and they can really announce themselves as contenders for the college football playoff with a win. You see there K-State quarterback Avery Johnson throwing that beautiful deep ball. You'll see him as a dual threat today. He can really run the ball. He's got a beautiful blonde mullet that flows out of the back of his helmet. We'll see that bouncing in the wind today. And for Iowa State, they've got a dynamic quarterback too. His name's Rocco Becht. His dad Anthony played for the Jets in the NFL. And Rocco Becht, they think of there as like a Brock Purdy. He's really one of the top quarterbacks in college football. I've been told today he could run the ball a little bit more today, so look for some dynamism from them, but it should be a fun game. Also, it's raining in Ireland today, so watch out for that.
As it often does. So much to look forward to, Pete. Thank you. And I think you have a pretty good Irish accent there.
Yeah, that was good.
And guys, speaking of Farmageddon,
Yeah.
K-State plays in Manhattan, Kansas. They call that the Little Apple.
Oh,
I love that.
With your plug in
Thank
there.
you, Pete.
All right, Pete, thanks so much.
All right, it's time now for the play of the day, and a Major League Baseball rivalry gets a little nutty.
Oh.
Look at that. The Yankees were facing off against the Red Sox when a squirrel was spotted on the field. Oh, the squirrels, it just dashed across the diamond.
Poor
Put the
guy.
game on hold in the fourth inning. At one point, the critter stopped on the third base foul line before heading to the front of the mound where it tried to dig a hole. The squirrel eventually found its way off the field. How cute is that? And we'll be right back. There's a lot more ahead here on GMA in our second hour, including the truth behind those Instagram-worthy smoothies. Are they really good for you? Stick around. Good morning, America. It's our second hour. Storm danger. What's left of Hurricane Aaron churning up rough surf. Advisories stretching along the East Coast. Rip current risks from Florida to Maine. Swimmers told stay away. As the West bakes under extreme heat, 50 million Americans facing triple-digit temperatures. The high heat helping to fuel this wildfire in California's wine country.
Could your Chipotle order be landing soon? The Zippo-lay drones that could be delivering your favorite meals right to your door.
Rallying support. The NFL team's playing defense after featuring male cheerleaders. What the Minnesota Vikings are saying after hateful comments online. And the words of encouragement from the Philadelphia Eagles cheerleaders.
And we're breaking down your morning smoothie from what to include to what to leave out, and why those pricey celebrity shakes might not be the best way to start your day.
A tribute fit for a king.
I am not king of all people. I am king of Wakanda.
Chadwick Boseman's legacy on the big screen. The new way filmmakers are honoring a legend.
Wakanda forever!
As we say, good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Saturday. Good Morning America.
Oh, and we do celebrate Chadwick Boseman. What an incredible person. Good morning, America. We have a lot of news to get to this morning. Glad to have Mary, Bruce, and Rhiannon Alley right here.
Great to be here with you.
Absolutely. Labor Day weekend is around the corner. We're going to have the hacks that you need to have a hassle-free, fun vacation with the kids. So we're excited about that.
Hassle-free and kids don't go together.
I know, right?
That's not a thing. Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Says the guy without kids.
Plus, we're talking male NFL cheerleaders taking the field and catching some criticism. We will hear how the men are responding to this backlash.
Also ahead, the latest on a deadly tour bus crash in upstate New York. What we're learning about the victims and the latest in the investigation.
Oh, just an awful story there. But we do start off here with the lingering impacts from Aaron. Some areas are seeing rough surf, rip currents, and coastal flooding. Meteorologist Leslie Lopez from our ABC station in Los Angeles is tracking this storm. Good morning, Leslie.
Hi, good morning. We're still talking about Aaron, I know. But here's what it looks like right now. I wanted to show you some new video. This is coming out from the Outer Banks in North Carolina. You're seeing some coastal destruction. Lots of beach erosion in this particular area as well. And then we move you to this. This is over in Gilgo, New York. You're also looking at coastal flooding. So, I mean, this is happening up and down the coast, anywhere from the Outer Banks all the way up towards Long Island. That coastal flood threat continues. 1 to 2 feet of inundation still very possible. We also have high surf advisory, 6 to 9, 4 to 10. I mean, the Coast Guards, we saw some videos a little while ago of them trying to just surf right over that in some of their boats. But again, this is going to be impacting places from, it looks like, all the way into Maine. I mean, this is going to be a concern for the next few days. So as we move you forward, we're going to see the possibility of rip currents also up and down the coastline. We are concerned because, I mean, this is the last week for kids, and we want to enjoy the last week of summer before school starts. So if you're heading to the beaches while some of them are reopening, be very cautious and careful. All right, Rhiannon, we'll send it back over your way.
All right, Leslie, thank you for that. We turn now to our other top story, a tour bus disaster in New York. At least 5 people killed, many others were injured when the bus rolled over at high speeds on Interstate 90 after a visit to Niagara Falls. ABC's Morgan Norwood joins us now with the latest on this. Good morning, Morgan. Just tragic.
Just heartbreaking, Rhiannon. Just hours after taking in the beauty of Niagara Falls, that bus full of tourists crashing in a deadly rollover. Police say the driver was distracted somehow. And this morning, federal investigators are now on the ground asking how something like this could have happened.
This morning, horror on a New York highway. A tour bus rolling over outside Buffalo, leaving at least 5 dead with dozens more hurt, including children.
Tragically, multiple people were ejected from the bus, with 5 people deceased at the scene.
Authorities say the tour bus left from New York City with 54 people on board and was on its way back from Niagara Falls when it spun out of control at full speed outside Buffalo.
It's believed the operator became distracted, lost control, overcorrected, and ended up on the right shoulder there.
First responders desperately working to free survivors, many trapped under the bus. Authorities scrambling extra buses to move the injured. 4 medical choppers flying in to rush the most critical patients to hospitals.
I need all four Mercy flight helicopters. We're going to land them side by side on the median.
Copy. All 4 are en route to the scene.
Doctors in Buffalo describing the toll.
This is probably the most trauma patients we've had from one incident in my career here in Buffalo.
The NTSB announcing overnight they're sending a GO team to conduct a safety investigation into the crash.
And so far, no charges have been filed in this. Authorities say the bus was carrying passengers from China, India, also the Philippines and the Middle East, along with travelers here in the U.S. Geo.
Oh, so tragic. All right, Morgan, thank you so much. And an urgent manhunt is underway this morning in Detroit. Authorities say Mario Green walked into Henry Ford Hospital and shot and killed his ex-wife. They say he fled in a 2011 Dodge Charger and is armed and dangerous. The hospital was locked down for a time on Friday. Officials say the victim filed for a personal protective order against Green about a month ago, but it was never served on him. Mary.
All right, Gio, the parents of a Southern California baby missing for over a week have been arrested as part of a murder investigation. Police say the mother of 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro told them last week that he was abducted when she was attacked in a parking lot. But authorities said they found inconsistencies in her story, and they began searching the parents' home and nearby areas. Police also seized the father's car. They say they continue to look for the missing boy. Just a disturbing and heartbreaking case.
Absolutely, Mary. Now to the boom of autonomous vehicles, from delivery by drone to the rollout of self-driving cars right here in New York City. Sophie Flay from our station KABC has all the details and is making her Good Morning America debut. Good morning, Sophie.
Good morning, guys. So happy to be here with you. Now, in the past, the state of New York has said no way to Waymos. While self-driving cars are already rolling around in other cities, New York state law does not allow autonomous vehicles, and there's no indication that will change soon. But Waymo has been granted a permit to test the driverless vehicles here in New York through late September. This permit requires a driver behind the wheel at all times, and members of the public will not be able to order a Waymo during this test run. And while we're talking about autonomous vehicles, look up in the sky because Chipotle is launching its new delivery service via drone. What? Yeah, you heard that right. It's called Zipotle in partnership with Zipline. Folks in Dallas, Texas are the first to get burritos and bowls dropped off by autonomous aircraft. The drones, called Zips, pick up orders from a designated zipping point and deliver them directly to customers, even in hard-to-reach places like backyards and parks. And this is new to consumers. Zipline has actually been using this technology for years, though, to deliver medical products to hospitals and healthcare facilities. And guys, I did reach out to Chipotle and ask how quickly do they think they can get burritos airlifted to New York. They said they have a lot of testing to do in Dallas before they can expand. But
I mean, dodging those skyscrapers.
Flying burritos. Who would have
chips
thought?
and guac. That's going to be so dangerous for me. Your first time here on GMA
I'm so excited,
in New
you
York.
guys.
Hopefully not the last.
Thank you.
Hopefully not the last. Come on back. Thank you so
guys.
much, Sophie. Coming up here on GMA in our morning menu, what some fans are saying about male cheerleaders in the NFL.
And also ahead, where in the world is Post Malone? Our Will Gans is on the case in this morning's Pop News.
And Tori Johnson is here. She's going to level up your life with deals on everyday upgrades. We love Tori. Come right back. We are back now with our GMA cover story and the backlash over male cheerleaders in the NFL. Some fans are really unhappy about this, and the cheerleaders are now clapping back.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Just weeks before the NFL regular season kickoff, some teams are already playing defense after announcing male cheerleaders would be joining their squads. Shortly after the Minnesota Vikings posted this video to social media featuring cheerleaders Blaze Scheich and Louis Kahn. Online backlash and hateful comments swiftly followed, one user writing, "How embarrassing." Another commenting, "I just lost all of my respect for the Vikings." The Vikings organization quickly defending their cheerleaders, saying in a statement, male cheerleaders have been a part of previous Vikings teams and have long been associated with collegiate and professional cheerleading. Scheich and Kahn appearing to take subtle jabs at haters, sharing this photo in their uniforms, writing, "Wait, did someone say our name?" Philadelphia Eagles cheerleaders Alex, Dalton, and James sharing a message for their colleagues.
We know what it feels like to feel that somebody doesn't support you for simply doing something that you enjoy.
I would say to keep on dancing. You know, you're already doing what you love and you were selected through this rigorous process and you deserved it.
The first male cheerleaders in the league were introduced in 2018 via the Rams, but their presence has only grown ever since. And today, roughly 1/3 of all NFL teams have male cheerleaders who help energize stadium-packed crowds.
We never know when we have that little boy who also loves to dance and have that amazing opportunity to show them that they can do anything that they put their minds to.
Now, the Eagles cheerleaders tell us they get mostly positive feedback from the fans, and the Vikings cheerleaders point out, I think this is really important, these are serious athletes, and they go through the same rigorous audition process that the ladies go through.
They're amazing dancers, amazing athletes, and they have so much passion and heart. They're just doing what they love.
No, well, I mean, there's no question. They can dance.
Yeah.
You see that.
They can move.
All right. Thank you, Rihanna, for that story.
All right, it is time for Pop News. Will Gans is here. What's poppin'?
Well, I want to begin with the headline that July 4th was actually a month and a half ago.
Oh, stop. Leave us alone.
Labor Day. You're jealous we didn't include you, aren't
That's
you?
exactly
We
what
should've
it
told you
was.
to wear white.
I had a fireworks sequined outfit ready to go, and here I am in my navy. Next time. We begin this morning with the Black Panther himself coming back to the big screen. Chadwick Boseman will be the subject of a documentary from Words and Pictures, which is the production studio behind Superman, the Christopher Reeve story, and The Kingdom, which is that new docuseries about the Kansas City Chiefs. The studio will tell the story of Chadwick Boseman, who of course played iconic roles like Jackie Robinson, James Brown, and Thurgood Marshall, as well as the title character in the Black Panther before passing away in in 2020 following a private cancer battle. No word yet on when the project will be released, but fans are thrilled that their real-life hero is getting the tribute he deserves.
Oh, he really does deserve it.
And that studio is making such cool work right now,
Yeah.
so it'll be really exciting to see this when it comes out. All right, turning now to a redemption arc for one of the 90s most iconic movie villains. Ginger Twinsies is a new off-Broadway play based on The Parent Trap, you guys.
Oh, whoa.
It's a retelling of how Hallie and Annie make their parents fall in love after 11 years apart. And Elaine Hendricks, who played Meredith Blake in the movie, is a producer on the play, and she spoke with me about a new perspective on her Parent Trap character. Take a look. What do you want people to know about Meredith Blake 27 years after we thought we got to know her?
That she is not the villain. Never was, never will be. And I said that from day one. She's just living her life. She's just going after what she wants. And these two kids, like, show up, make her life miserable, and completely foil what, everything. So Meredith had no ill intentions going into this at all.
Yeah, justice for Meredith Blake, you guys. I also asked if her character, Evian Graham from Superstar, which I don't know is the best movie of all time, also deserves a redemption arc, and she said no, Evian is just a menace. Ginger Twinsies, by the way, is now playing at the Orpheum Theater here in New York.
You guys, I've seen this movie approximately 50 times.
Have
My
you
kids
really?
love The Parent Trap, and they put her bed in the middle of a lake while they're camping.
Yeah.
Those twins were not nice.
That is some high level,
But clever.
yeah,
Very clever.
sure.
Yes.
And also not to
Mischievous.
mention the fact that the parents separated their two children at birth. That's a little villainous, if you ask me.
Wow, we are really dissecting The Parent Trap here.
It's
I
a classic, yes. All right, finally, y'all. Post Malone is everywhere these days. Literally, the 18-time Grammy nominee is the star of the latest Skims campaign, featuring some new camo pieces, and he stars in an ad that was shot on a ranch in Utah. But when I said Post is everywhere, I meant it. Fans track down Post halfway around the world on Google Maps. If you type in 330 Rue Saint-Honoré and walk yourself around the corner in Street View, look at that tattooed man right there.
That's hysterical.
That is Post Malone. And One Republic frontman, by the way, Ryan Tedder, he confirmed it. He wrote on Instagram saying 100% that's Post Malone because Louis Bell is sitting across from him. Louis Bell is a producer who has worked on Post's music. So there you go. If you take a little stroll on Google Maps in Paris.
I love how they blur the face, as if that matters.
Yeah. But, Post fans are going to track him down.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
There you go.
That was a good one.
It's not the 4th of July closing that's doing this. I gotta go. I gotta get up here.
Gio.
I gotta get up here because we're going to Deals and Steals now with Tori Johnson. All the everyday upgrades and the products to give your lifestyle a little bump that makes a difference. And you're always doing that, Tori. Good
Okay,
morning.
so we're starting with Guy Fieri's Flavor Town. We've got 3 of their newest bestsellers.
Okay.
So, immersion blender right here.
That's
Really
amazing.
great, handheld, allows you to do so many different things. There also is an attachment to be able to whisk. And
That's
so
crazy.
it's great for soups, sauces, smoothies, lots of different options. This right here is the vacuum sealer. And look how well it will
this is
seal
brilliant.
of any variety of items that you want to be able to lock out the moisture while also preserving the flavors and the nutrition. And then we also have one of their cookware sets, which is safe, non-stick cookware. It's going to be great to cook with, easy to clean. Everything here is 50% off.
Laser titanium technology.
You
That's
got
really
it.
cool.
You got it.
All
Okay,
right.
now we're moving to a little baseball fun. This is dugout mugs, where they take a baseball bat, hollow this,
that is
and then
cool, guys.
allow you to you can drink straight from this, a hot or cold beverage, and then it's laser engraved with your favorite team. And speaking of favorite teams, we also have the Savannah Bananas. So you can get so MLB plus the bananas. So you can get either coasters like this for a little fan decor, or the mug to be able to drink from. All 50% off. So fun.
How
right?
fun?
It's
How
really
fun is that?
Okay, this is fun too, and super smart. These are Chills ice packs.
Okay.
So it starts just like this, which looks like super paper thin, nothing. You'll soak this, pop it in the freezer, then it pops up and freezes like this, and you'll notice
So it absorbs the water? Is that what it does?
Yep, it's going to absorb the water. And what's cool about this is that it's flexible even when frozen.
This is
and you
crazy.
can cut it into little strips. So look, this is a single strip. So if I want full coverage around my can of soda, this can go right around it. Then you pop it in.
This is one of those where you're like, why didn't I think
of that?
This is
It
so
is
good.
so smart because it allows more surface coverage on the items that you are looking to protect. So there's so many uses for this. We've got kits as well. These are phenomenal, and they're slashed in half. The set start at $15. Really smart.
This is so smart.
I know.
Okay.
Something else we love, peach skin sheets.
Oh, you always bring the comfort with these.
Super soft. We also have, obviously, the robe, because if you're going to sleep in luxury, you want to lounge in luxury, too. They become softer with every wash. And look at the number of colors that they have.
This is wild. I've never seen so many colors.
It's an easy way to just upgrade the bedroom, your mood, by changing the color. These are delightful to sleep with. They also keep you cool and cozy, and it's all slashed in half from Pete's Skin.
And this is a GMA favorite.
It is
this
a
is
favorite.
a GMA favorite.
Okay, a Tory favorite,
Okay.
True Energy socks. These are compression socks. At first, I love the colors that they make, but it's the fit that's really fabulous on these.
Oh,
Great
these are compression even though they're ankle socks.
Even though they're ankle socks. So we typically think of compression like knee-high compression. However, we've got not just these ankle socks, but we also have no-shows. We have light liners. These are great for increasing performance, energy, recovery. They've got great arch support. They literally check every box, and they happen to look really good. And the packs today are 50% off.
That's a great name, True Energy.
True Energy, exactly.
Okay, and the shoes.
And then finally, shoes from Spenco. We've got a big assortment, all American Podiatric Association approved. We've got options for men and women. Those are some slippers for men. Yeah, cozy, comfy.
This is great as we enter fall.
Feel these sneakers. These are women's sneakers. Feel how lightweight.
It's like nothing. It's like paper.
Literally like nothing. It feels like air, but it's got really phenomenal support there. Again, all podiatrist approved. I like the name. It's called True Love. We've got these in 5 colors. That one's my favorite, but you choose what's best for you. All slashed in half.
You brought some great deals today, as always. Thank you so much. And of course, we've partnered with these companies on these deals. You can get them at gmadeals.com or use that QR code right there on your screen. Just ahead here, Labor Day weekend is coming up, and we have the travel tips for a hassle-free family getaway you don't want to miss. Stick around.
Come dance with me now. What you wanna throw right back? Don't be slow to react. Come dance with me now. Stick to my body like a tap. Do it just like that. Come dance with me now. Come dance with me.
It's always a good Saturday when you start with Sierra. Back on GMA with the latest from the Grammy winner. Dance With Me is just one of the 14 tracks on CC, the multi-platinum superstar's highly anticipated 8th studio album out now. Sierra calls the record a love letter and a thank you to her fans.
Yeah, that's a banger. I like that.
Yeah, if that's any indication, that's a good album.
Absolutely. All right, now let's take a look at some of the top headlines we're following right now. Evacuation orders remain in place after a fiery explosion at a plant in Louisiana. Look at that. The blast sent massive flames and thick plumes of smoke shooting into the air on Friday at an oil and lubricant facility in Roseland. There were no injuries. Investigators are still continuing to search for what caused that blast.
And a stunning scene in Hawaii as lava surges from the Kilauea volcano. The eruption shot fiery lava 100 feet into the air. The molten rock was contained within the summit's crater and poses no threat to the communities down below. The volcano, though, has been active for a month. This is Kilauea's 31st eruption since December. That's a lot of lava.
Yes, it is. All eyes will be on Williamsport, Pennsylvania today, as Connecticut will take on Nevada for the chance to play in the Little League World Series championship game. And today's game will be a rematch because Connecticut beat Nevada on Wednesday. The winner of today's match will take on the international champs, either Chinese Taipei or Aruba. And you can catch all of the action starting with the international final at 12:30 on ABC and ESPN. Good luck to all the teams. If they all could win, that would be great.
That would be good. That would be good. It is hard to believe, though, that summer is coming to an end. I'm not ready. But ahead of Labor Day weekend, Aaron Florio, Global Features Director for Condé Nast Traveler, is here to offer us some kid-friendly hacks for hassle-free family travel to help get you out of town without completely losing your mind. Aaron, welcome. Thanks for being here. You know, we were talking about this. We all love our little ones, but there really is no such thing as hassle-free travel with kids. So, you know, help parents, you know, get a good sense of the reality of actually traveling with
Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. I mean, hassle-free travel sounds like an oxymoron when you're talking about doing it with kids, but the reality is, look, there are definitely stressors when you're traveling with children, but there are so many magical moments as well. And you don't want to let those stressors get in the way of what's going to be a wonderful time with your family and creating the memories for your family. And, with some sort of management of just the way you are approaching your travel, as well as a little bit of the tweaks of your process, you can really help manage those stressors. And one thing I want to say, which is really important, I'm a traveler, I'm a mother, I'm on social media. I see the way travel with family is portrayed on social media. It is not reality.
No.
It always looks perfect. Everybody's so happy, the kids are behaving, but I guarantee you those families also had these stressful moments. So you're not doing anything wrong when your kid is the one crying on the plane.
It's a good reminder. It happens to us all.
Exactly, 100%. Okay, so we're going to bring in Will Gans.
Speaking of kids misbehaving.
You know what's funny? I was going to say that, and I held back. I'm like, I'm not doing that to Will. Thanks for doing it to yourself. What do we have here?
All right, so you guys have some paddles right here on the table. Let's pull those out for a fun true or false game. I'm going to ask you the questions, and then you will you our answers.
Oh,
All right.
And then you need one too. Here we go.
True or false?
Okay.
For our first travel hack, you should pack light and buy what you need when you get to where you're going. True or false?
I'm going to say false.
Aaron?
Oh, that is true.
Whoa, not Aaron.
I'm actually surprised. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously you need to bring the essentials. You need to make sure you have what your child is really going to need when you're packing. This is true for your checked-in luggage. You can definitely buy the items like extra diapers, extra wipes when you get to your destination, but it's really true for the airplane. You want to minimize what you bring on board. You don't need to bring, I think our intention is to bring like every toy that the child might want so that they don't cry. You really want to minimize toys. You can make really fun toys actually out of like the stuff on the airplane. Like don't underestimate what you can do with like a coffee cup that they give you with a kid. But also crucially, remember that you do want to bring the minimal amount of stuff, but you want to make sure that you have a little bit extra. So what I always do, if I'm on a 3-hour flight with my kids, I pretend it's 6 hours, because you never know how long you might get stuck on the tarmac, etc. So bring a little extra too.
I love that plan. All right, next up, plan long car rides for later in the day so you can squeeze in some fun before you leave your vacation spot. True or false?
Ooh, again.
Whew. What?
Okay, let me just tell you my thinking though. I like to wear them out before they get in a long car.
Then they'll nap in the car maybe. Yeah.
I was just going with the moms.
I did see that you answered last time. Okay, so I understand that thinking. I think I would think that myself. But the reality is the name of the game with anything you do with kids is flexibility. Now, if you spend your free hours in the morning doing an activity that's not related to the trip, you lose the ability to take the stops you need to take the stops, to have any of that sort of flexibility that comes with the car trip happen. You're going to be rushed, you're going to feel more stressed out. So what you want to do is get going early in the morning, and then when you have that extra time later in the day, that's when you use it to do something fun.
Excellent. Next question. You should involve the kids in research and planning the trip. What do you guys think? True or false?
I'm on the fence.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say false.
Maybe it depends on the age of the child.
Yeah.
I'm not letting my 4-year-old plan. Let me put it that way.
Exactly.
Aaron?
It's definitely true, but you just want to pay attention to like what you're letting them do. So I think older children, yes, give them a list of activities, let them pick a couple so that they definitely get to do that thing. But with younger children, what I like to do, for example, with my 4-year-old in the airport, it's not so much planning as it is involving. He loves numbers. So when we're in the airport, I tell him like, our gate is 823, then he has to find the gate and he's occupied and he feels involved and he's counting the numbers. So there's just little ways you can do it.
All right.
Amazing.
That was really cute.
Very
That was
fun.
really fun. Maybe that's why my shirts
We all
are
learned
so
something.
stressful.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank
That
you,
was
Eric.
great.
Appreciate it.
The latest issue of Condé Nast Traveler is on stands now, and coming up, all smoothies are not created equal. Yeah, some of them are not healthy. What you need to know about what's inside your trendy blended beverage, from the ingredients to avoid to the must-haves. We've got the recipe you do not want to miss.
All right, welcome back to GMA. Smoothie popularity is skyrocketing, and so are their prices. We were just talking about that. But just because something is sold as a smoothie, it doesn't actually mean it's healthy. And registered dietitian and nutritionist, our friend Maya Feller, is right here, helping us debunk the myths and offer some suggestions, right? It's not just about saying, hey, this is not real. We've got some solutions.
Yeah.
So tell us about this, because you say that not all smoothies are created equal.
That is so correct, Gio. So here's the thing. oftentimes with these smoothies that are trending, there's some celebrity behind them. There's this idea that because it is backed by a celebrity, it is better for you. I am here to say that's not always the case. I don't want to be too negative, but I want folks to really be discerning when it comes to what's in their smoothies. The base of many of them is like juice. You know, we get a lot of added sugar put into those smoothies sometimes, and people really should think twice about it. So sometimes it's juice, sometimes it'll be also a sugar-sweetened non-dairy beverage that's in there. Also, sometimes there's tons of protein, like way too much for one small little shot. People will look at it and they'll say like, oh, this is a good thing, but you really have to look at the quantities and the portions that are in that smoothie before you say like, hey, this is something that I want to drink on a regular basis.
So is the color a hint?
I love that question. So here's the thing with the color. People often are like, oh my goodness, it's blue, that blue butterfly pea. It's trending right now. Guess what? It can still be packed with juice. It can still have sugar-sweetened non-dairy beverage in there. Just because it's green or bright blue does not necessarily mean that it's going to be better for you.
Okay, so you mentioned juice, probably steering clear of that. What else should we avoid in our smoothie?
Yeah, so I'm a big believer in if you're going to have your protein, know how much is in there. Sometimes these things have like 40 or 50 grams of protein. That is way too much. I know. It's too much in a smoothie.
Also makes it like, more than a meal. It makes it really thick.
Like, it does, and it's not delicious. So also the other thing that I'm going to say is be mindful of the added sugars in there, and also pay attention to the quantity of fat that is in there, only because it's a beverage. It's not an actual meal.
Yeah, so those are what we should avoid. What about the must-haves? I mean, for me, it's not a smoothie if it doesn't have a banana.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that so much. Okay, so things that I love to see are fruits and vegetables in there. I also like, if you're going to have a dairy or a non-dairy, let it be unsweetened. That way you can actually modify the sweetness with the fruits, things like dates, spinach. I tend to go more on the vegetables forward side just because we don't get enough veggies.
Yeah.
And then if you want to play with your additives, you can add your proteins in by using things like nut butters and seeds. I tend to be a more whole foods-based person, especially when I'm working with patients, but really your fruits, your vegetables, keep it simple, keep it basic.
And those nut butters add a good texture.
Oh, they sure do. That's what I like.
Yeah.
You have a simple recipe.
I have a simple recipe that I would love for all of you to taste. It's right here. I think
it better be good.
Oh my gosh,
well,
the pressure is
not enough rubber, so you know it's gonna
I know the color
nervous.
is a little scary. So here's the thing. Thank you so much. What's in this is triple seeds. We've got hemp, chia, and flax. That's going to give you some omegas, a little bit of protein.
Oh, okay, this is really good.
We've got some berries in there, a little bit of spinach, and 2 dates. And the dates are what help it to be sweet. Yeah. I know.
And it doesn't taste too sweet.
Not at all.
No, this
right?
is really, really good.
It's not bad.
And but it's not too vegetable-y either.
That's,
you know, that's not really a word.
And
but
it is
you know what I'm saying.
It does.
I
I
like
know
that it looks healthy.
It does look healthy.
And you can add a little blue spirulina in there if you want it to be
fancy. This definitely doesn't have the color thing. It doesn't. Thank you, Maya. You are the best. We appreciate you.
Really good.
Thank you so much. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Now with ABC Secret Sales, Will is going to bring us the solutions that we need to everyday problems for a terrific price. But more importantly than Will, no offense, we also have Archie.
Yes, yes. And Archie is ready for his close-up, Mr. DeMille. Yeah, he's going to help us with a product in just a minute, but let's start over here if we can.
I'm going to help you out here.
Please, thank you. These are Shake It Cool reusable cooling towels, which is really, really special. They have a proprietary fabric. So all you do is
it's really cool.
Wet it and shake it, and then you can wear it around your neck, say coming home from the gym. You can wear it if you're having hot flashes. You can wear it at camp, anywhere you might want a little bit of a cool down.
Oh, that's smart.
And all you do is re-wet it, reshake it, and you can use it over and over again.
It feels like it would hold its cool for
Isn't
a while,
that fabulous?
too.
Yeah, exactly. So they're all at least 50% off today from Shake It Cool. Okay, this one I love. This is the easiest way to carry makeup on the go.
Oh, these are great. I use these.
Yes, so all you do is lay it flat just like this, and instead of having to dig around, you know, if you can't see something or find something in your makeup bag, you have it all splayed out just like this. You can see it all, and when you're ready to pack it up, you pull the strings, and boom, all your makeup is hooked up and ready to go just like this.
And all that time wasted like rooting around in your makeup
Isn't
bag,
that fabulous?
gone, which
it's
is
so great.
And they're
so,
cute colors.
Exactly. You'll save more than 20% today from Lay and Go. All right, next up.
Do you like them, Archie?
Yes,
Archie likes them too.
he
Archie
does.
approved.
He does. He's already been to makeup though today, so he doesn't need it now.
I can tell
but for
you
the
look
future,
great.
yeah. This is the gift of peace of mind, right? So a Boost Hero in your glove compartment, and you will never have to worry about your car battery dying or anything like that. It has everything you need. It's a portable full vehicle jump starter. It has a flashlight and a power bank, so you could charge your phones up too in an emergency. More than 50% off today, plus my 2 favorite words, free shipping from Limitless.
And it's nice and small. It won't take up a lot of space, but you know what? You're going to want it, so just go ahead and get it. Keep it there just in case.
Speaking of things that you know you're going to want, this is Life Print. So these are portable photo printers.
Oh,
they
I love
don't
these.
need ink. They're perfect for if you're hosting a party and you want to give out little gifts. So you connect via Bluetooth. They print
those
off
guys.
these little photos that are 3x4. They're also great for fans of scrapbooking or anyone who maybe isn't on social media. And this is the whole thing. It comes just like this, and that's all you need, which is so great. It's Life Print Hyper Photo Printer. Today you'll save 46% plus
And
free
I love
shipping.
that, like, having prints, taking real photos, it's all coming back, which is a lot of fun.
Exactly. Okay, this is why Archie is here today. This is Roverlund. So this is going to take pet carrying to the next level. So we have bags like this, which Archie was modeling earlier, really, really comfy for carrying around. And then this one, too, is fabulous. It's on wheels, so say you're at the airport and you want to pull him through. They're all airline compliant, which is fabulous as well, so I could put him right under the seat in front of me if we're going on a vacation.
And for when I
anytime soon.
steal him, I can just put him in one of those bags and run
on
away.
wheels would be a quick getaway. Yeah, so lots of great accessories here. Insulated food carrying case, kibble bag, collapsible water bowl, and waste bag holder. All 40% off from Roverlund today.
I love that.
And last but
What
not
is
least,
this contraption?
is BedJet. So this is fabulous, and I hope that we have some photos ready to go to show people exactly how this works. So you're going to put this under your sheets, and it is going to blow cool air if you sleep warm, or if it's winter and you want it to be a little bit warmer, you can crank the temperature up. It works on any size mattress, any size bed, and it will keep you happy and great sleep. 50% off and free shipping today from BedJet.
That's amazing. Now you just have to hope that you and your partner also all agree on the
same
temperature,
page,
because we know in my house that is a sore subject. All right, Archie,
Come here,
go on back to
Bubba.
Daddy.
Here we go. Yeah.
Will, thank you as always, Archie.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. Perfect model. We, of course, have partnered with all of these companies on these great bargains. You can get them by scanning that QR code right there on the screen. And be sure to check out our August savings extravaganza with a travel pickleball set, a wristband to regulate your body temperature, and so much more savings from 25 brands just for you.
A little sophisticated underbite. I like that. There's Archie. We just love having Archie here. Just take a tight shot for the next 20 seconds.
Right?
Why not?
As we say goodbye.
Thank you so much for joining us here, and you can catch more weekend news coverage on ABC News Live.
Always, that's the place to be. Have a
Great
great day,
time,
everybody.
Dog days of summer, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.